And what we are here for is to make sure people know that we're working for more capacity, because that's what we're going to need to handle future crowds for future holiday seasons. And Senator Merkley and I teamed up to secure $45 million in federal investment. That is an investment that's going to add 80,000 square feet of space. And if you ask me, this is really a flight plan for growth at a wonderful part of Central Oregon so that this community can soar to even greater heights. Now, we learned a lot about some key kinds of issues. Redmond has 4 air traffic controllers. They really need 6, and they'd like to have 8. And they really focus on safety kinds of issues, and we're going to want to deliver for them in that area. I think the other issue that I feel really strongly about is you cannot have big league quality of life with little league infrastructure. And that's what's so important about this community and this airport. We've got a lot of things going for us in Oregon, but this airport is a real jewel. And so I'm very pleased to be here. Softball questions can be directed at me, difficult ones at the mayor, but we can just sit down or we can do it standing up, whatever's good for you. But I basically trekked through the night. It was a really hectic week. We published the Epstein report yesterday, $1 billion worth of wire transfers, essentially not fully accounted for. And then I got on the plane and rode through the night, but I wanted to make sure that I got here, particularly to listen to everybody as they're getting ready for the holiday season. And you could see people outside, and 72 hours from now it's going to be bedlam there, and they're doing a really great job. And I see my job as the point person with respect to economics in the Senate from Oregon, ranking Democrat in the Finance Committee. I got to get them more tools. They're doing a great job with the tools they got, and I got to get them some more. And by the way, you haven't heard me mention anything blue or red. This is just a basic priority for Oregon and for Central Oregon. Anybody got any questions?
You spoke about the need for obviously the airport to use more air traffic controllers. Actually, they need more. What kind of support can the federal government help with that?
Well, people are often saying, well, can we afford it? My message back is you can't afford not to have air traffic controllers. I mean, this is not some abstract issue. This is something that is a fundamental safety priority. And I guess I'm going to walk into the Finance Committee and I'm going to say, if the Trump crowd can come up with billions of dollars for the billionaires, I want them to come up with some priorities for this safety issue. Spokesman's being quiet. They've never been quiet on my watch.
What sort of more funding can you expect?
Well, I think that we're going to get through this current kind of budget season, particularly focused on health care. There's so many folks in Central Oregon who are getting hammered by these premiums. We had a big hearing this week. We had a couple from Oregon who had a 500% increase in their premiums. I mean, all over Central Oregon, there are people with double, triple kind of increases in their premiums. So we got to get with that and deal with those kinds of urgent, immediate issues. But then I'm going to go on to infrastructure, and this set of priorities I heard about today will be at the top of my list. Because I think this airport is great for the whole state. This is a really vibrant place. It complements Portland and the good things they're doing at the airport. And to have this taken off this way, not intended as a pun, is really a plus for the whole state.
Great. Any other questions?
Is there anything else you want to share about the Redmond Airport, your experience here, your favorite part of the presentation?
Well, I love hearing about the destinations because it really tells you about the pieces and where everybody's coming and going. This is an amazing part of the state, and to have them adding to destinations and doing it because we're dealing with a new concourse strikes me as a great plus.
KTVC has been doing some reporting on disaster planning here in Central Oregon. Expansions and improvements to the Redmond Airport play a key part in that. Can you speak to future-proofing our state through this?
Well, I didn't get a lot on disaster planning today, but I'm sure going to be back to learn more because this is is a priority, and you have one set of challenges for the coast, you have another set of challenges for the valley, but disaster planning has got to be a priority here, and I'll be back to get more details on that.
Thanks, everybody.
Good holiday, everybody. Enjoy those turkeys.